Hey, how you doing?
What's my food and chill? I can chill. No, I'm checking before you go. Yeah, man. Come on in. Come on. You like a bull in the china shop.
DDC, I want to give you the names of the files that I'm going to do. I want to do those first, and then the rest of them Magistrate Burton is going to do after I finish. So let's see, that one's juvenile, that's Zoom. Okay, so I have number 5, 6, 7, 8, 14, 15, 17, and 19.
Your Honor, can we do Miller because he needs to go to the hospital?
Do who? Miller?
Miller. Number
Okay. 11. Okay. Oh, no. Wait a minute. I understand he has a retained attorney, and I don't have an attorney on here for him. Who's your attorney, sir?
Sterling Coleman, please.
Sterling Coleman?
Yes.
Okay. He hasn't logged in yet. So yeah, DDC, we're gonna call his attorney right now, try to see if we can get him.
Oh, for Miller. Okay, 1 second here.
Right here, just hand.
Okay, so they're gonna do somebody else first. They're gonna do somebody else.
Okay.
All
right.
What's your name, sir?
Hi, are you representing?
Yante who?
Kevion Singer. I'm sorry about that.
Okay. All right, Mr. Singer, you also have a traffic matter which needs to be addressed. This is a ticket where you previously failed to appear in court. You must return to court by Zoom on this ticket. Do you understand that, sir? This is a misdemeanor with a penalty of 93 days and or $500 fine. You have a pretrial date of August 3rd, 2023, 8:30 a.m., 36th District Court in front of Judge Archer. When you appear in court, you have a right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have a right to an attorney. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be provided for you at public expense. This is ticket SP 1124392 from November 15th, 2020. Driver's license never acquired. You also have case number 230-57693, people of the state of Michigan versus Kevion Anthony Singer. Appearances, please.
And Your Honor, Austin Gregory, CH5193, on behalf of Mr. Singer, who's present by Zoom. He may waive his constitutional rights, waive and read his stand.
All right, court's going to enter a not guilty plea on his behalf. Is there anything as to bond from the people?
Your Honor, first I would say that Austin's claim is.
Okay, so the complaint is not correct.
Right, I checked the report for to make sure because they're
Okay, so what are the people going to do in terms of? Okay, well, we'll go ahead. We'll go ahead And note that the people plan to amend this with the proper date, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, go ahead.
Your Honor, this case we're asking for bond of 50,000 cash and surety to cover house arrest. Your Honor, we think this is a high probability of a conviction. I did see anything in here about an actual weapon, so I'm not entirely sure where the arm part came from. But as far as robbery goes, we have a whole new, to basically set up the system, and the defendants hopefully that that's his phone, nobody else uses it, and he's had that number for 2 years.
The victim said that?
The defendant said that to the police, that that was his telephone number, his telephone number that was communicated with him, and told him to go.
Okay,
He had that number for 2 years, and that nobody else used that number. Your Honor, and then, considering that once the victim was directed to the paid place of the regular friend, he texted, he was there, that's when, he received a text back that person thought was the girl was coming, and so clearly that indicates that murder was involved. So Your Honor, we believe that there's circumstantial evidence, but evidence that like the vendor is pursuing, and so we're asking for the bond of 50,000 cash or surety with other house arrest.
and the defense?
Your Honor, we're asking for a personal bond. Mr. Singer has strong ties to the community. He does have a Detroit address. Is a lifelong Michigan resident. He's 22 years old and is employed. Or he has an employed with high-tech facility worker. Your Honor, this case rests on a lot of circumstantial evidence. While it is an assaultive allegation, Mr. Singer does not have any prior criminal history, does not have case history. And so we do ask for this court to issue a personal bond in this case.
Okay. Was there, for the people, was there any identification?
No, Your Honor, the victim indicated that the person had ski mask on.
I see. Okay, all right. Court has reviewed the investigator's report, has heard representation from the people as well as defense counsel. Sir, these are very, very serious assaultive allegations. Court does find you to be a danger to the community, specifically this particular complainant, but the community at large does not appear that you personally knew this particular person. And so therefore, yes, the court does find that you do present a danger to the community. So court is going to order a GPS tether. You must be on house arrest. You are to have no contact with Euros Kolovic, no physical or verbal contact, no contact by way of text or social media, no contact with his place of employment or residence. Or not to purchase or possess any firearms or any other weapons of any kind. Do you understand that, sir? Okay. Court is going to adopt the recommendation of the people and set your bond, sir, in the amount of $15,000. Was that cash? Okay, $15,000 cash or surety. You have a probable cause date of July 13th, preliminary exam date of July 18th, 2023, 8:30 a.m., 36th District Court in front of Judge Giles. Mr. Gregory, is this unaffordable? All right, sir, you will have a bond redetermination hearing scheduled for this Friday, July 7th, 2023, 9:00 a.m. in front of Chief Judge McConaughey.
Come on.
Okay, all right, you may step away from the camera. Okay, were we able to reach Mr. Coleman? Okay, all right, so DDC, we're just waiting on Mr. Coleman to zoom in, and so once he does do that, we will get right to Mr. Miller. Damari Boulware. Okay, your name for the record, sir.
Teacher Green.
Okay, hold on, Mr. Green. Mr. Boulware, state your name for the record. You have to unmute your device, Mr. Boulware.
All right,
All right, this is case number 230572448, people of the state of Michigan versus Damari Boulware. Counsel.
Jennifer Douglas for the people.
Austin Gregory, CA 5193, on behalf of Mr. Boulware, present by Zoom, when made over his constitutional rights. Wait someone reading his stand.
All right, court's going to enter a not guilty plea on his behalf. Anything else to bond? Okay, I'm sorry, I missed part of what you said. I couldn't hear you. Okay, all right, Mr. Gregory.
And we ask for a personal binding on it.
Mr. Boulware, you are not to purchase or possess any firearms or any other weapons of any kind. Do you understand that, sir?
yes,
All right, the people have recommended a personal bond in your matter. You're going to have a personal bond in the amount of $3,000. You have a probable cause date of July 12th, 2023, 8:30 a.m., 36th District Court in front of Judge Robbins. You'd also be entitled to a preliminary exam, which would take place on July 19th, 2023, 8:30 a.m. in front of Judge Sabri. And so based on the fact that there does not appear to be a capious history for you and the people have recommended a personal bond, court is going to take that recommendation. All right, sir, you can log off. Let me see who this is. Just, you said your name is Green?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, hold on a minute. Is it Green Ward or Ward Green?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
Yeah.
You have two matters here with us. This is case number 230-55139, people of the state of Michigan versus Dietrich Juan Ward Green, also known as Dietrich Green, Dietrich C. Green, Dietrich Juan Ward, Dietrich Juan Ward Green, all one word, Dietrich Juan Green. And you also have Case number 220455564, people of the state of Michigan versus Dietrich Juan Ward Green, Dietrich Green, Dietrich C. Green, Dietrich Green, Dietrich Juan Ward, Dietrich Juan Ward Green, all one word. Green Dietrich Juan Ward. Okay. Appearances, please.
Austin Gregory, PA 5193, on behalf of Mr. Ward Green, who's present by him, the mayor wears constitutional rights to waive and reading.
All right, court's gonna enter a not guilty plea on your behalf. Stand by for a second, please.
It's an attorney right there. Ask him what the question. Yeah. That's it. Chair.
Just a second. Okay, anything else to bond from the people?
People believe that Mr. Ward his mother and also his sisters, based on the allegations, that was a pattern of for those people. So besides these two reports, which do show overlapping complaining witnesses, Mr. Ward prior to mother.
Say that last part again. Is that microphone on?
Your Honor, one of the complaining witnesses on the case ending in 139 is Mr. Ward's mother, and he has a 2018 assault and battery where his mother was also a complaining witness. You also see that there's an overlap of Mr. Ward's sister, two different. Your Honor, would you see that there's a danger to the family? These are older allegations, Your Honor. We would not have discussion of personal if there were a tether with no contact with the complaining witnesses and their address.
Okay. For the defense.
Your Honor, the biggest thing here, one, Mr. Green does have he does have a Detroit address, and a black resident, but he's been staying with the complaining witness for the past 7 months. This is an older case, so I would ask for no assaultive contact. He is employed as a landscaper, and he's 35 years old with no prior conviction. So we do ask for personal bond, but without the and no assaultive contact.
Okay. All right. Sir, the court has reviewed the investigator's reports on both matters and has heard representation from the people as well as defense counsel. These are very serious assaultive allegations. Court does find you to be a danger specifically to the complainants here, one being your mother, one being your sister. These two cases took place approximately 2 months apart, seeming to be some sort of an escalation taking place. Court heard representation from the people that there was a 2018 matter where an assaultive matter where one of these complainants was the complainant in that matter. The court has reviewed the investigator's report and seen where one of the complainants indicates that there have been several reports made to the police between you and these complainants over the past few years. And so the court has some serious concerns about the safety of these particular people. Court has heard representation from defense counsel regarding community ties and employment status as it relates to your ability to post bond. Court has some serious concerns here, sir. Let me start by saying you're not to have any contact at all with Dominique Green or Chantel Rutledge. No physical or verbal contact, no contact by way of text or social media, no contact with their places of employment or residence. And so Mr. Gregory is not no assaultive contact, is no contact.
Your Honor, if I may, I just want to try to, again, stress that I understand the allegation. Please take into consideration the actions of the complainant. The actions of the complainant is due to their belief that he is not a danger.
The complainants say that he's not a danger?
The actions of the complainant.
Okay, go ahead.
Absolutely, which in this case is them letting him reside with them for that 7 months. Your Honor, he does understand the allegations and seriousness of them, but he also does request that he be allowed to have no assault contract and continue on as the same matter that he's been able.
I believe that the behavior complaint witnesses say that they do think that he is a danger and that they have multiple times called the police on him. As far as him staying there, they are his family members. The one complaint witness, that's her son. So, I mean, it could be just that she loves him and doesn't want him to be on the street. I don't think we can draw conclusions as far as why she lets him stay there. But as far as calling the police on people, that indicates a belief that somebody is a danger.
Well, this court happens to agree with that.
Your Honor, I would ask him for his one-time police escort so that Mr. Green can be able to retrieve his belongings.
Okay, so, sir, no contact at all with Dominique Green or Chantel Rutledge. You're not to purchase or possess any firearms or any other weapons. Court is ordering a GPS tether. That is with house arrest. Okay, I know that the people have requested as well, defense as well, have requested a personal bond. Court also takes into consideration prior criminal history, including assaultive convictions where at least one of these complainants was the victim. Court finds that a personal bond is not sufficient to,
Your Honor, what, there's no prior criminal conviction.
he has no prior criminal convictions.
That's correct.
I'm looking at habitual offender third offense notice. You have both cases?
I have just been made aware of that, Your Honor. I just got the other case.
Okay, I called both cases and the people made representations regarding the 2018 offense. So the court does find that personal bond will probably not be sufficient to protect these particular complainants. As to case number 220-45564, bond on that matter is going to be set at $7,500, 10%. And on the other matter, having allegedly taken place 2 months later, bond sir is being set in the amount of $15,000, 10%. If these are unaffordable for your client, we will have a bond redetermination hearing scheduled for this Friday, July 10th at 9 o'clock in front of Chief Judge McConaughey. Okay.
And Your Honor, I just want the prior that 2021 and 2018, is this thing infringing?
Right, where we've been told that one of these complainants was a complainant in that matter, having called the police on that matter. That's why they were there. The bond redetermination hearing, sir, is July 7th. We have a pretrial date on case number 220-45564 on August 28th, 2023, 8:30 a.m., 36th District Court in front of Judge Bryant. On the other matter,
Thank you.
230-55139, you have a probable cause date of July 12th, preliminary exam date of July 19th, 2023, 8:30 a.m., 36th District Court in front of Judge Jefferson. Okay, just a second, 139. That one. All right, sir, you may step away from the camera. And we have somebody here. Hold on, let's see if this is for Miller. What's your name, sir?
Pierre Robert Leonard.
Okay, hold on. You're Miller. What's your name?
Pierre Leonard.
Oh, Leonard. Okay. Hold on. I know, I was waiting for him to log in, connect. He has now. iPhone, what's your name? The person who just,
I think I'm on the wrong phone.
okay. So you can log off. Okay. You're Pierre Leonard.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, sir, you have some traffic matters which need to be addressed. These are tickets where you previously failed to appear in court. You're going to be given a personal bond on these matters, but you must return to court by Zoom for these tickets. Do you understand that, sir? All right, these are misdemeanors with penalty of 93 days and or $500 fine. You have a pretrial date of August 3rd, 2023, 8:30 a.m., 36th District Court in front of Judge Perkins. When you appear in court, you have a right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have a right to an attorney. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be provided for you at public expense. Do you understand your rights, sir?
Yes.
All right, stand by. All right, this is ticket SP 1062110 from February 2nd, 2020. Count 1, driving while license not valid. Count 2, no insurance misdemeanor. Count 3, driving unregistered or untitled vehicle. SP 1384403 from September 13th, 2022, driving unregistered or untitled vehicle. SP 987336 from April 18th, 2019, driving while license not valid or improper license. 213089993 counts 1, 2, and 3. No operator's license on person, unregistered or untitled vehicle, no insurance misdemeanor. Okay, you also have case number. You also have case number 230576699, people of the state of Michigan versus Pierre Leonard. Counsel.
Emily Reagan, Your Honor, P23-157.
Austin Gregory, PA 5193, on behalf of Mr. Leonard, request by whom he may waive his constitutional right. Waive from reading and standing.
Okay, court's going to enter a not guilty plea on his behalf. Is there anything else to bond from the people?
Your Honor, the defendant is charged with controlled substance less than 25 grams. Charged as an habitual offender, even though this police report talks about the officers recalled because of domestic violence assault. The complainant complaining that Mr. Leonard was the person who was the perpetrator of that assault. However, when they arrested Mr. Leonard, they found in his backpack suspected. Mr. Leonard, even though it says here habitual offender second, the offenses of assault with dangerous weapon on 6/19/2017. with dangerous weapon on 7/8/19, he pled guilty to domestic violence, 24 months probation, 5/22/18, assault and battery, pled guilty, 12 months probation. So I'm not even sure he's quite off that one yet. But Your Honor, we had asked for a high personal bond and a GPS tether.
Is your client on probation or
He
parole?
indicated that he is not on probation.
What, no, they were not no assaulted. There was no contact. No contact, not no assaulted contact. Sir, you are not to purchase or possess any firearms or any other weapons. You are also not to use, sell, or possess any illegal controlled substances. Do you have the name of the complainant who initially called? All right. This matter, though quite serious, sir, is non-assaultive on its face. But the court does take into consideration your prior criminal history, which includes several prior assaultive convictions. Mr. Gregory, do you know the name of the person who initially made the phone call?
I do not, Your Honor.
Thank you. Your bond, sir, based on people's recommendation of a personal bond, is going to be set in the amount of $20,000. You have a probable cause date of July 13th, preliminary exam date of July 18th, 2023, 8:30 a.m., 36th District Court in front of Judge Jefferson.
Yes, ma'am.
When the people requested a GPS tether, what was the reason for that?
The reason is because of the history of domestic violence and assault and battery, and conviction was recently as 7/8/19, 5/22/18. They pled guilty to domestic assault and battery. And plus, this call was for a domestic violence situation.
And that's why I was asking for the name of the person so I could have a no contact there, but neither of you have given me the name of the person. So.
Your Honor, I would just say that we do object to a tether.
Well, we'll see. So you're also not to have any contact with the property located at 12921 Chapel in the city of Detroit. What's your objection to the tether?
Your Honor, there's no, this is not an assault crime, there's no complaint.
Well,
It was the initial phone call was because of an assault.
Your Honor, there's just a report. There's not a person attached to it.
Yeah, right, there's a report to that
And so if the
offense.
tether is to ensure the safety of the plaintiff witness, there's nobody,
Well, that's one of the reasons for a tether.
there's no allegation that he's a flight risk. Your Honor, he has a Detroit, or he has a Michigan address, 2 children. So there's no allegation that there's a flight risk, and there's no complaining witness to tether or to tether him to, or to tether him away from.
Well, there's a location to tether him away from. Okay, your dates are July 13th and July 18th, 8:30 a.m. Judge Jefferson. Coleman, are you here for Mr. Miller?
Yeah, I'm here. So you're gonna call it. I'll stay right here, otherwise I was gonna stand up.
No, they want him because he has to go to the hospital.
Thank you.
DDC, Mr. Miller's attorney is here.
Where you put Miller at? Hey, 42. 42. All right, step in there, man. I'll get you in 1 minute. Stay away from the water, man. Yeah, you want to move. Sit down already?
Good afternoon, Terrion Miller.
Good afternoon, Mr. Miller. All right, calling case number 230576696, People City, Michigan versus Terrion Quandale Nathaniel Miller. Appearances for the record.
Jennifer Douglas for the people.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. For the record, Sterling Coleman on behalf of Terrion Miller. Let me, if I can, a couple things.
Sure.
P4-3321. I apologize for my state of dress. But I initially got.
No problem, Mr. Coleman. I know you were rushed here, so no problem.
Yeah, but when I was initially called the DDC,
Yes.
I was told he had not been final charged. I went straight to the DDC. Had I known he had been final charged, I'd have been on Zoom probably. So, having said that, I waive any further reading of the complaint and warrant and stand.
Okay. The court will enter a not guilty plea on your client's behalf. As to bond, Ms. Douglas, this looks like a very interesting case. Before you proceed, I just got a couple questions. Is Mr. Miller still on probation for HIDA?
Your Honor, I think he is, I can't find it on my court or Odyssey, which I wouldn't be able to do if it was kind of, if he's suppressed. In the case management system, I see that he had 2022 CCW, and then it just sort of cuts off. It doesn't indicate what happens after that, so.
Okay.
I would think he is still on probation, and it was suppressed once he pled.
Fair enough. And the second question I have for you, Ms. Douglas, is that if I'm reading the investigator's report correctly, Mr. Miller was shot in the ankle?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Okay, go ahead, proceed.
You know, so again, Judge, I'm
Okay,
coming up to speed. I certainly will want to talk to the client. He's the one that ends up getting shot. I don't know that he was in possession of anything. Looks like he was knocking on somebody's neck. There's a lot more to read, so I apologize.
Mr. Coleman, we're going to get to that. I'm going to give you more than ample opportunity to respond, but I want to see Ms. Douglas first, okay?
Yes.
Okay.
I think that there is some danger of some danger to the public. With this in the car that the defendant ultimately admitted to police he was driving, there were shell casings, which would suggest that not only were bullets coming in, but that bullets were going out as well. Your Honor, we also have the defendant telling the police, you're not gonna find my prints on that rifle, when the police had told them that they had found the rifle inside the vehicle, which suggests that he had in fact a firearm.
Excuse me, Ms. Douglas, was that the only weapon found in the vehicle? Was there others?
I think there was a magazine, but
Okay.
that was only firearm.
Okay, I'm sorry about that. Go ahead.
Your Honor, there is sign of guilty knowledge in that he tried to claim that he was 16 allegedly, and also that there were different versions of what happened that he provided to the police allegedly. So, Your Honor, we think that there is some sort of danger there. We believe though that whatever bond the court we think that there needs to be a tether house arrest. And anything more happening with firearms.
Okay, Ms. Douglas, you said, is he a danger to the community?
Yes, Your Honor.
And in what specific way?
Because there was that firearm issue in which he didn't have a firearm, even if he's off probation, he wouldn't be allowed to have a firearm. And for him to say, you're not gonna find my prints on that rifle, suggests that there was rifle, he didn't say so. And then there's casings inside the vehicle, which suggests that there was shooting from inside the vehicle. And since the other condition that's mentioned in the investigation report is a CCW, I think there's some sort of danger there, so that's why we're asking for tether house arrest.
I know Mr. Miller's 20 years old. Who is the weapon registered to? Were you able to find that out?
That I don't know.
Okay. All right, Mr. Coleman, go ahead, proceed.
You know, I'm always concerned about a statement made by a client prior to, I don't even know, had he been apprised of his rights. I'm certainly concerned about any statement made by anybody who may be under medical emergency. Having said that, I'd ask for a low 10% bond. I understand it's of a concern, but I would suggest one, there will or probably will be some concern or some issue about whatever he said to the police officer. Secondly, I don't believe he was found in possession of any stolen motor vehicle or any rifle. And if we believe what has been indicated by way of the report, what he indicated is exculpatory. I mean, he's saying it's not mine. There's no prints on it. So maybe we get it both ways out. So I'm asking for a low 10% bond.
Tether?
The court's discretion. I can't. I'm more concerned about a bond that he will be released on if there's a tether requirement.
Okay.
I think having been shot in the ankle, that might be a problem as well.
Yes. Mr. Coleman, is your client in school or working?
Again, I rushed here. I didn't even get a chance to talk.
Do you want to ask him now?
Young man, are you in school?
the speaker. I mean, if
He can't hear you. Yeah.
Are you in the school?
No, sir,
Are you
I do
working?
not go to school. Yes, I'm in the temp service. Yes.
All right.
Temp service.
And again, his parents contacted me, so I
Where,
certainly there is some, parental guidance, actually within the item, as our prosecutor indicated, so we'll figure it out, but I'd ask for a lower citizen bond. I don't know if I can tell the except that he got a shot in the ankle, I don't know what ankle, if he can retell me.
Oh, he's got two ankles, right?
No, he's in a wheelchair, so I understand that. Yes, of course, I understand.
Okay. The court has heard the argument of both parties. To Mr. Coleman's point, there seem to be some possibly mitigating and or at the very, very least unusual circumstances in that his client has the one, per the investigative report, shot in the ankle and was knocking on people's doors for assistance. And the vehicle in question was a weapon found in there, and I believe, if my memory is correctly, that he admitted to driving that particular vehicle. So so having considered all that and the fact that he is not in school and he works at a temp agency, is that
Yes, I believe that's correct.
Okay, and it's given us ties to community and that you've been retained by his parents, is that correct?
That's correct.
I'm going to take a chance on you, Mr. Miller, and give you a $5,000 personal bond.
Appreciate it.
And given the fact that you are going to have to go to the hospital, and it looks like on the near foreseeable future you're going to be wheelchair bound, and I don't see a need for a tether at this point, but that doesn't mean that can't change. Okay.
Appreciate it. I appreciate it, Judge. Anything.
Okay. Now, as a condition of your bond, you're not to possess, purchase, or otherwise obtain a firearm or any dangerous weapon. Do you understand that?
Yes.
And your next court dates, you have a probable cause conference, July 13th, 8:30 a.m. in front of Judge Giles. And you have a right to a preliminary examination, July 19th, 8:30 a.m. in front of Judge Giles.
Okay.
You understand that, Mr. Miller?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm giving into consideration your medical condition right now, and that's weighs heavily in large part. That's why I'm giving you a personal bond and giving the representations of your attorney. Okay, he's argued very well on your behalf. So please make sure you go to all your court dates. Okay.
Appreciate it.
Do you have
anything else?
Yeah. Do you have any questions regarding your court dates and/or bond conditions?
Not about that. It's something that you said.
No, hold on. Then we're gonna leave it at that. Anything else from Mr. Coleman?
No, I have been trying to talk to the lawyer and not the court.
Okay, I would agree with that. Anything else, Ms. Douglas? Okay, thank you. Okay.
Want to hit it?
Okay, what's your name, sir?
My name is Frank Westone. I'm here on behalf of my nephew, Teron Westone. His mom is hearing impaired and his dad is, so I'll be having to speak for him.
Okay, you won't be able to speak at all, sir.
Okay, I'm not going to say nothing. I just wanted to hear what was going on.
Okay. Juvenile court, you have Mr. Whetstone?
Yes, ma'am. Will help me?
He hasn't been interviewed? Oh, okay. Mr. Whetstone, I'm gonna put you in a breakout room with your attorneys to be interviewed.
Okay.
DDC, who do you have next? DDC, who else do you have? What's your name, sir?
I'm from Parker.
Parker. Okay, DDC, can you adjust the camera so that I can see his face, please? Okay, well, this one can be done without it. This will be his traffic matter. All right, sir, you have a traffic matter which needs to be addressed. This is a matter where you previously failed to appear in court. You are going to be given a personal bond on this matter. This is a misdemeanor with a penalty of 93 days and or $500 fine. You have a pretrial date of August 3rd, 2023, 8:30 a.m., 36th District Court in front of Judge Garrett, Judge Ruth Garrett. When you appear in court, you have a right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have a right to an attorney. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be provided for you at public expense. Do you understand your rights? This is ticket Z 8066971 from February 29th, 2020, operating while intoxicated, first offense. Absolutely no alcohol, sir. We also have case number 230-57698, People of the State of Michigan versus Ephraim Simone Parker. Counsel.
Thanks, Judge. Good afternoon. Steve Vincent for the people, P71917.
Your Honor, Austin Gregory, P85193, on behalf of Mr. Parker, who present by ten. Has been made over his constitutional rights, waive from reading stand.
Court's gonna enter a not guilty plea on his behalf. Is there anything else to bond?
Thanks, Judge. What we have here is just your garden variety assault. Your Honor, we have strangulation. We have individuals allegedly taken down. We have multiple injuries. Your Honor, this defendant also was involved in a domestic violence case roughly about a year and a half ago. That case was dismissed. It had to do with the same complaining witness. Your Honor, in this particular matter, the people are going to be asking for cash fine. We feel as though this defendant is a danger at the very least to the complainant in this matter. We're asking for a $10,000, 10% cash surety bond, Judge. If the defendant were to post, we would be asking for a tether and house arrest throughout the pendency of the case.
Okay, tell me again what the previous case was.
It was a domestic, sorry. It was a domestic violence case that was charged in January of last year. It was dismissed in April of that same year as a result of the same complaining witness in that case that's in this case failing to appear.
Okay.
Parker has housing community, he has a Detroit address, a lifelong resident with no prior conviction. He is employed, and while this is an assaultive allegation, does understand and no contact order is put in place, is prepared to provide a different location and ask for a personal bond in this case.
Okay. All right, sir. These are very serious assaultive allegations. According to the investigator's report, there's an allegation that you strangled the complainant with your hands, tackled her onto the couch. And so the court does find that you are a danger, at least to this particular complainant, maybe not the general public, but certainly this particular complainant. There are allegations of at least arrest for domestic violence with the same complainant. However, there are no convictions. That matter was dismissed when the complaining witness failed to appear. Not to have any contact with Barbara Holes, no physical or verbal contact, no contact by way of text or social media, no contact with her place of employment or residence. Do you understand that, sir? I can't hear you.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
You are not to purchase, okay. You're not to purchase or possess any firearms or any other weapons of any kind, sir. Okay, based on Mr. Gregory, is your client employed?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Okay. All right. Okay, the court has heard representation from counsel regarding your family and community ties as well as employment status as it relates to your ability to post bond. The court does have, again, serious concerns regarding the safety of this particular complainant. The court does find that personal bond would not is not sufficient to protect the safety of this particular person. So the court is going to set a monetary bond in this matter. If this is unaffordable for you, there will be a bond redetermination hearing scheduled for July 7th at 9:00 a.m. in front of Chief Judge McConaughey. I don't know. I'm not sure if I can. Ask him to text Jeff and see if we can do that. The people's recommendation was for 10,000, 10%. Okay. Court will take the recommendation of the people and set your bond, sir, in the amount of $10,000, 10%. Should you post bond, you must have a GPS tether. And that will be with house arrest. You have, again, a bond redetermination hearing for July 7th, 2023, 8:30 a.m., 9:00 a.m., 36th District Court in front of Chief Judge McConaughey. Then you will have a probable cause conference on July 12th preliminary exam on July 18th, 2023, 8:30 a.m., 36th District Court in front of Judge King.
Your Honor, he does not get a provision for work.
Where does he work?
At a gas station on 6 Mile, Plaza.
Mm. Okay. Yeah, I think maybe you can ask for that at the bottom of the termination hearing. Okay, sir, you may step away from the camera. What you say?
Executive decision, your part.
Okay.
Right there. Here, stand in front of there.
What's your name, sir?
Joshua Poppin.
Case number 230448888, people of the state of Michigan versus Joshua Poppin. Counsel.
Judge, good afternoon. Austin Gregory, PA 5193. On behalf of Mr. Robert, who's just present by Zoom, and the member of his constitutional rights, ways from reading and standing.
The court's going to enter a not guilty plea on his behalf. Is there anything else to find from people?
Thanks, Judge. The people in this matter are also going to be asking for 10% cash surety, with GPS tether, home arrest. Your Honor, first, the people would like to point out the age discrepancy in this matter. As well, Judge, this is a result. This case is a result, allegedly, of the defendant not being allowed to bring his barbecue grill into the residence that he shares with the complainant. Your Honor, as a result of the defendant being told not to bring the barbecue grill into the residence, Judge, which the complainant disapproved of, this defendant ended up taking hot grease and throwing it allegedly at the complainant, as well as taking that barbecue grill that he wasn't allowed to bring into the residence and throwing it at the complainant, Judge. Your Honor, at the very least, we feel as though this defendant is a danger to the complainant based on his actions and feel justified in asking for that cash bond with temporary house arrest.
Okay. Counsel.
Your Honor, Mr. Poppin, we do ask for a personal line. Mr. Poppin understands the nature of these charges, understands that they are assaultive in nature, and also understands the no contact order that the court will place on him. Stresses that he is a Detroit resident. He was 42 years old. And he does require a caregiver, Your Honor. He's attempting to get into a state-run facility currently. Would like for his file to be marked medical.
Okay, DDC, please mark his file medical.
But we do ask for a
Yes, Your Honor.
with a no contact order.
Okay, all right. The court has reviewed the investigator's report, has also heard representation from the people as well as from defense counsel. So these are very serious assaultive allegations. The allegations include throwing hot grease on someone, causing a small burn to her arm. Also, allegations include throwing a barbecue grill and striking the complainant with such. Court does find you to be a danger, specifically to this complainant, not necessarily to the general public. You're not to have any contact, sir, with Gene Williams, no physical or verbal contact, no contact by way of text or social media, no contact with her place of employment, or residence. You're also not to purchase or possess any firearms or any other weapons. Court is going to order a GPS tether. Should you post bond, once I tell you what it is. All right, sir. Court does find that a personal bond is not likely to be satisfactory in order to prevent possible danger to this particular complainant. The court is going to take the recommendation of the people and set your bond, sir, in the amount of $10,000, 10%. You have a pretrial date of July 14th, 2023, 8:30 a.m., 36th District Court in front of Judge Garrett, Judge Austin Garrett. Is this affordable for your client or not?
This is unaffordable, Your Honor.
Okay, sir, there will be a bond redetermination hearing scheduled for this Friday, July 7th, 2023, 8:30, 9 o'clock a.m., 36th District Court in front of Chief Judge McConaughey. All right, sir, you may step away from the camera.
Come on, man. Come on, Papa.
All right, sir, what is your name? Right there with the mask on. What's your name?
Sharon Wisdom.
Okay, did I get? I'm not sure. Everything else. 17-year-olds get